Hello everyone, welcome back to another session 4 of module 2, storage area network, technologies and virtualization. In this session we shall discuss about NAS. NAS is a shared storage network structure where different computers are connected to NAS device. The servers, internal servers are also connected to the NAS device. It is a network-based file sharing system, provides the flexibility of sharing files over a long distance among large number of users. So, general purpose server versus NAS device. In the general purpose server, application, printer drive, file system, operating systems, and networks are connected with one server. Whereas in the NAS, file system, operating system, network, and different databases are connected with the NAS device. File servers uses client server technology to enable file sharing over the network in the NAS. To address the tremendous growth of file data in enterprising environment, organizations have been deploying a large number of file servers. These servers are either connected with a DAS or a SAN attached NAS. This has resulted in a very good overutilization and underutilization of the uh, networks. In addition to such environment, having a poor scalability, higher management and greater complexity, where NAS emerges as a solution to all these challenges. NAS is a dedicated high-performance file sharing and storage device. NAS enables its clients to share files over an IP network. What are the benefits of NAS? It supports comprehensive access to information, improves efficient user special purpose OS, improved flexibility, platform independent centralized storage, simplifies management, scalability, high availability, provides redundant components, provides security integration environment, user authentication and flexibility. It also provides low cost and easy of deployment. The components of NAS are like this. Any operating system can be connected with the IP to the NAS head. NAS file sharing protocol. There are two common NAS file sharing protocol. One is a network file sharing protocol and another is a CAF common internet file sharing protocol. In the network file sharing protocol, it refers to sorting and accessing file over the network. In a file sharing environment, the user who creates a file determines the type of access to be given to other users and control changes to the file. When multiple users try to access the shared file at the same time, a locking scheme is required to maintain the data integrity at the same time making a sharing possibility. FTP is a client server protocol that enables the data transfer over the network. An FTP server and a FTP client communicates with each other using TCP as a transfer protocol. FTP as defined by the standard is not secured method of data transfer because it uses unencrypted data transfer over the network. FTP overall secure shell adds security to the original FTP specification. In the distributed file system, DFS is a file system that distributes across several hosts. A DFS can provide host with direct access to the entire file system while ensuring efficient management and data security. Standard client-server file sharing protocols such as NFS, CAFS enable the owner of a file set to the requirement type of access such as read-only, write-only for a particular users of group. Using this protocol, the client mode remotes file systems that are available on a dedicated file server. Network File System, NFS. It is an application for client and server, uses RPC mechanism over TCP protocol, mount points, grant access to remote hierarchy file structure for local file system structure. Access to the mount can be controlled by permission. In CIFS, it's a common internet file system. It can be enhanced version of a file message. In CIFS file system, CIFS file system operates at the application and presentation layer of OSI model, most commonly used for Microsoft operating system, but not an independent platform. NAS IO architecture is like this. In the NAS IO operations, it provides the first level data access to its client. It provides the first level data access to its client. File IO is a high level request that specifies the file to be accessed. A client may request a file by specifying its name, location, or other attributes. The NAS operating system keeps track of a location of files on the disk volume and converts files IO into block level IO to retrieve data. The process of handling IO in the NAS environment is, first it requests the client packages as IO request into TCP IP and forwards this through the network stack, and NAS device receives request from the network. Second, the NAS device converts the IO request into the appropriate physical storage request, which is blocked at IO, and then performs the operations in the physical storage. When the NAS device receives data from the storage, it processes and repacks the data into the appropriate file protocol response. The NAS device packages this response into TCP IP again and forwards into the client through the network. This is a NAS implementation architecture. Three common NAS implementation are unified: gateway and scale-out. In unified NAS consideration, NAS-based and SAN-based data access within the unified storage platform and performs a unified management interface for managing both the environments. In a gateway implementation, the NAS device uses external storage to store and retrieve the data, and unlike unified storage, there are separate administrative tasks for the NAS device and storage. The scale-out NAS implementation pools multiple nodes together in the cluster. The node may consist of either NAS and storage or both. The cluster performs the NAS operation as a single entity in the NAS implementation. Integrated NAS connectivity is like this. Whereas application server, clients, and another application can be connected to the integrated NAS system. In gateway NAS connectivity, in the gateway solutions, the front-end connectivity is similar to that in the unified storage system. Communication between NAS gateway and the storage system in the gateway is achieved through traditional FC scan. To deploy the gateway NAS solutions, factors such as multiple paths for data and redundant fabric and load distribution must be considered. As shown in the architecture, it's an example of a simple NAS gateway connectivity. Implementation of both unified and gateway solutions requires analysis of the SAN environment. This analysis is required to determine the feasibility of combining the NAS workload with the SAN workload. Analyzing the SAN to determine whether the workload is primarily read or write and if it is random or sequential. Also determine the predominant IO size in use. Typically, NAS workloads are recommended with the small IO size. Introducing sequential workload with random workload can be distributed as a sequential workload. Therefore, it is recommended to separate NAS and SAN disk. Also determine whether NAS workload performs adequately with the configured architecture in the storage system. Hosting and accessing file through NAS. Creating an array volume, assigning volume to NAS device, create a file system on the volume, mount the file system, access the file system, use NFS in Unix environment, use CFS in Windows environment. NAS manage most with the vendor management software have a unique management issues, requires primary analysis, need additional complementary software. Managing NAS environment. Managing an integrated system, both NAS component and the storage array are managed via NAS management software. Managing a gateway system, NAS component management via NAS management software, storage array management via array management software. Traditional file environment system architecture is like this. Storage consolidation with the NAS. Internal users, business clients, shoppers are connected to the LAN and WAN with the FC channel to the NAS head. Server consolidation with the NAS. Any operating system is connected to the NAS with the IP. Thank you for listening to the session. Watch another session in order to get the module 2 completely.